I'm very tired right now. I don't know if you can see it in my eyes. So today we're going to do another one-take video, and hopefully you derive some value out of it. I've got a lot of requests for making some kind of a goal-setting video, so that's what we're doing today. I'm going to break it down to three different ways to set goals that hopefully you can take after this video and apply into your life starting today. Yeah, that'd be pretty cool if you actually followed this. If you do, why don't you tweet me or something? Or yeah, tweet me. Why not tweet me? I'm trying to get my Twitter up at @ArlinMoore_. So yeah, the first type of goal setting I think is important to focus on is your overall umbrella goal. I like to think, at least, that I coined this term, and it's basically a term that describes the one goal that will help you accomplish everything else. Gary Keller, author of The One Thing, he says to ask yourself, what is the one thing that if I do this thing, it will make everything else that I'm trying to accomplish either easier or unnecessary? If you really break it down, you can usually find one thing, whether it's make $100,000 this year, or I don't know, it could be just have a good relationship with your parents, and that would help. If you have a good relationship at home, it impacts your schoolwork, and it's basically that tip of the iceberg. For example, if you're financially independent, then that allows you to have freedom to go on vacation with family, or take friends out on a boat you could buy, or buy all the books you want and read everything, or maybe you just want to sit around all day and watch my vlogs. Who knows? This umbrella goal is so key, and to me it's really important that you focus on doing some aspect related to your umbrella goal and working on it at least 1 hour a day. So to be a little bit more specific and to give you kind of an example, one of my umbrella goals, or my one umbrella goal for this summer, was to build my vlog channel to X amount of followers. The most important thing about your umbrella goal is that you're specific and that you give yourself a time frame. So I gave myself, obviously, the summer, and I gave myself a specific number of subscribers that I wanted to achieve in that time. And basically what I'd said to myself was, if I build my YouTube to this number, then everything else under that will become easier. It's true, it would help me meet a lot of really interesting people, which it has. It would help me become a bit more financially independent, which it has with selling merch, and I'm still not making really anything from YouTube revenue, but eventually this stuff adds up, and YouTubers make a very good living. And again, with financial independence, that helps tons of different positive externalities, like a good family life, being able to bring your parents, on vacation or something, bringing friends on cool trips and stuff like that, or throwing big parties. I would strongly recommend figuring out what it is that one thing is. So let me just show you guys the let's say 3 books I'd recommend for goal setting, and the umbrella goal. So number 1 is The One Thing. Gary Keller, the author, talks about setting up dominoes, where the largest domino knocks down all of your other dominoes. So for example, there's mini goals too, right? And that's the second type of goal that I'm going to talk about. Daily to-dos, where you might write them down on a list. Now, here's the book. If you follow Gary's method and you think of your umbrella goal as your largest domino, if you crush that, it knocks down all of the other dominoes, and it makes everything else either easier or unnecessary. That's kind of the key thought that you want going through your head when you're making goals. So that book, and then the other one I want to talk about in relation to that, which I did talk about in my book recommendation video, is the 10x rule. When you set goals, you need to set goals that are 10 times larger than what you think is possible. The reason is because whether you're setting small or large goals, you're going to come up short on either one of them. If you're setting a goal for making $10,000 in a month, you're going to come up short on that. If you come up with a goal that's $100,000 in a month, you're also going to come up short. The question is, which one would you like to come up short on? Set your goals unrealistically. Other people I'd recommend are Jen Sincero, who wrote You're a Badass at Making Money. And then Tony Robbins is kind of like the OG self-help goal setting guy. But those 4 people are really good for kind of figuring out what your umbrella goal should be. And I could walk you guys through that process. It's a matter of basically getting really specific and attaching deep emotions, deep feelings to the goal. For example, a shitty goal would be something like, I will make $2,000 in the next week. That's a shitty goal because, you can say that over and over again like an affirmation, but it doesn't have any type of emotional connection. What would make it more powerful is if you made a list of the 10 reasons why you want to make that money, and then you make another list of 10 reasons of what would happen if you don't. If you explore that, I'm sure, and what you want to do here again is exaggerate. Like what would happen if you don't reach financial success? Or what would happen if your goal is to find a boyfriend? What would happen if you don't find a boyfriend? Or what would happen if you don't start being nicer in your friend group? You'll die alone, or no one will come to your funeral. Like, that's really intense, obviously, but it pushes you to action. Highly recommend checking out these masters in goal setting and life coaching, because they really, I read the stuff, but I'm no expert in it. I'm kind of following in their footsteps. So number 2 is going to be daily to-dos. The number 1 person I would recommend for productivity and daily to-do lists and that avenue is Tim Ferriss, who wrote The 4-Hour Workweek, which is a great book about creating a lifestyle that allows you to travel the world and do basically anything you want in ways that don't require a college degree or anything like that. In his book and in his YouTube videos and blog posts and even on his podcast, which is free, it's called the Tim Ferriss Podcast, he talks a lot about productivity tips, which if you use them, they are unbelievable. One quick one that is really easy you can start doing that I do every single day is using the 5-minute morning journal. It's basically a book where you write down the 3 things that you need to do today, and then along with a couple affirmations and what you're thankful for, the date, a nice quote. But what I do is I write down what I need to do the night before, the day after, and then the morning I take a goal card, a little stack. I always keep a bunch around. Here's some right here. And I will just write out max 6 to-dos for today, and I'll try to crush the first 2 before 11 a.m. This is really good for setting mini goals. If you do have your umbrella goal laid out, this is kind of linked to that. So if you think of it like the domino effect, like Gary Keller and the One Thing, and how your umbrella goal, your big domino, is knocking down all the other little ones, you can think of the smallest goal as where you are right now and what will take you a step further. So for many of you watching this video, your big domino, you may not even know, but I can assure you the first thing that could help you in this very moment is to sit down and figure out what that umbrella goal is, because once you do that, that'll make everything else easier or unnecessary. So we've covered umbrella goals and daily to-do lists, and then number 3, this is probably the most helpful thing that anyone can do in their life. It's another Grant Cardone technique. It's called stream of consciousness goal setting. So what you're going to do here, I would recommend getting some kind of a journal, or just a legal pad is really good. I have a legal pad next to my bed. I recommend doing it every morning and every night. What you're going to do is freeball it, basically. Rather than having your goal card for your umbrella goal, you're going to take this legal pad and just write out whatever comes to mind. I'll do it right now. And if you have a pen and paper, I'd recommend trying it out, because why not? Here's my little pad. This is funny. It says Arlin on it. You don't think about it. You you just think big and don't filter yourself. So as I'm writing, I say, and what's important is the phrasing of the goal. So this will help you too. You don't want to say, I want something. Don't write I want. And don't say I want. Because when you write I want and you're writing that down, what you're doing is you're putting yourself in a position where you imply to yourself that you don't already have it. And a huge key to goal setting is feeling as though you already have what you're desiring. I can't stress that enough. It's like one of the biggest lessons that you can learn in your life in terms of achieving what you want to desire, what you are achieving. See, there's the language again. So don't say I want $10,000. Say I have $10,000. I have awesome friends that I visit Bali with via private jet once a month. So where did that come from? I have no idea. What you're going to find is when you start doing stream of consciousness exercises like this one, is you write things and you sort of come up with things and you have no idea where they came from. And it's really interesting. I guarantee you start writing out your goals every morning, stream of consciousness style, and you're going to really start to see results.
Lavish, caviar with a bad bitch. Chevis out the chalice, show my people round my palace. Yeah, we lavish, caviar with a bad bitch. Balance in my talents, my black card ain't maxing. Yeah, we bout it. I'll send a folks who doubt us.